can be wiser as an educated advisor. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and money color commentator. On today's show, we're talking about The Close, part 4 in our series on the 5-step process for successful recruiting with Bob Lochard, Chief Marketing Officer of Gordon Marketing. So let's get down to business. Well, we're talking about my favorite part of the whole show, the close, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than the close. And especially when somebody says yes, or send me the contracts and I'll turn them right around. I love to hear the affirmation that my pitch and my value proposition actually worked.
Right.
So talk a little bit about, hey, you got the close. He said yes. And hopefully you're not too surprised, right?
Right. And this is also the area where especially those new to recruiting fail the most. Mm-hmm. And that is, I should say, don't race through any of the steps and don't shortchange any of the steps. But just like a consumer who possibly is being touted something over the phone, and what we'll hear is, well, send it to me or mail it to me. What that really is I'm not interested, get off the phone, but I'm going to tell you this to get this over with. So if I did the first steps properly, I really now, first of all, know I have a potential client, an agent that I'm recruiting. These next steps are so important because I'll lose the relationship before it ever starts. It's time to close, get through the process, but what does that mean? Well, we at Gordon Marketing have hundreds of carriers and contracts and levels, and so one carrier wants forms emailed, the other carrier wants forms done through their e-system, another carrier doesn't care. We use different systems, different ways, and you're trying to train people on each and every one. So one, get the forms to them, but make sure you send the right forms. There's nothing worse than sending the wrong form. An agent goes through and completes the form comes back because it's wrong. Get it done while you're on the phone. If I don't have time, send it to me. That's just another way. It's kind of like the referral that we'll get in. That's a put-off. Most of the time, that is an objection. I didn't offer enough information. So I want to be able to complete it while I'm on the phone. Get your questions while I'm the expert. I'm the one that has your answers. So don't leave you hang. Set future expectations. So, Steve, if I get you this contract today, when can I expect for you to do your first piece of business? The last I checked, none of us make money by signing contracts. And so contracts are paper with someone's initials on the bottom, and the carrier doesn't make money, I don't make money, you don't make money if we don't do business. So I want to set expectations. When I do that, I ask them, what do you expect of me? What do I need to do? Now, you have the forms. We've completed the forms. You tell me you're going to produce an X. What do you need out of me? I try to close that with the last one by get them involved in training right away. So you asked a question earlier, what makes us distinct? This would be the other one. Many agencies claim to fame as training until you sign the contract. And then you find out there is no training. We spend an enormous amount of time, effort, and resources, money, around training. We'll either come to your place and train. You can come to our place and train. We'll do it online. We'll do it on webinar. We'll do it on video. We'll do it on TV, whatever it takes. When I came into this business, you had to be mentored. Somebody had to walk you through the steps. You didn't just get a license. Today, I can go online tonight and Google life insurance or health insurance license, go online, take a test, get my license, and nobody has to help me do anything. But how are you going to get trained? And so these things are most important because if I leave these off, all I've done is waste my time, waste your time. You're not going to complete the contract. You're not going to do business for me.
I have to say, in the mid-'80s, I was brought in by a proprietary life insurance company, and we had unbelievable education and training, and also not only on product issues and planning issues, but also on skill sets of selling.
Absolutely.
How to read a person for a close, all those things. So that's very rare when I hear a independent marketing organization saying, we actually do the training. Oh, and by the way, we'll come live. If your agency wants it, we'll come live and do it from the ground up. Now, if you have a person on the telephone and he's going for the close, he's got to have a little admin skills here too, then it sounds like.
Absolutely.
It's not just recruiting. Use
technology. We have a lot of technology where we're at. We pride ourselves in that. But you're absolutely right. Follow-up skills, admin skills, being able to do what's right, being able to operate on other platforms. as I stated, 100 carriers have 100 different ways they want things done. It takes us in the neighborhood of 3 to 4 years to properly train a marketer. So we spend a lot of time and resources in training what we determine to be a marketer. At Gordon Marketing, we have a lot of employees. We have 8 to 9 what I would call fully trained marketers. I would trust them with any category, any product, any market. They've been at it that long, some for 20 years, some for 8, 9, 10 years, but it takes a long time to get someone with that skill set developed.
I want to talk a little bit about future expectations, because in another series that you and I did, we talked a little bit about expectations. So like you were saying, when can I expect? That's an expectation. When can I expect your first piece of business? Is this 30 days, 60 days? When am I going to get it? And then when I'm looking for training, I'm going to say, and we're going to be training you, here's your future expectation. If you're going to join us, here's the training, here's the first step, second step. You have it already mapped out. He looks at that, he already sees it's not empty bravado.
Absolutely.
It's actually training. There's an institute of education behind the voice.
I would tell you that's that giving and taking, the givers and the takers. So you're giving, you're trusting me to contract in my hierarchy, my downline. I'm trusting you that if I spend this money, you know, we spend on average about $400 to $500 out of pocket to contract an agent. So we start the relationship off in the negative, in the hole. I need to know that you're going to produce to help me regain some of my investment in you. And so we're starting that relationship off honest. So Steve, when can I expect you to reward me for our efforts here? And then again, as you stated, it has to be a realistic expectation, time frame. But I'm going to follow up on that. If you told me 30 days, 60 days, I need X, Y, and Z, then it's up to me to deliver on those things you said you needed. If your expectations for me is you need this training, you need X, whatever that is, it becomes so important that I follow through with that. Don't just hang up the phone. My job's just begun.
In your experience, and you've been in our business a long time, in your experience, if you do your side of the equation, how much of, give me a general percentage, how much of these people actually come through on their side of the fence?
30%.
So 30. So we already know going in, 2/3 are going to be, as you said, this acquisition cost just to make contact.
Absolutely.
So we're already knowing 2/3 may be irretrievable.
Yeah, if I get to 50%, I've done remarkably well. But 30, 35% is profitable. So it's just the nature of our game. It's what we do. Again, not everybody is cut out for this business. There used to be years and years ago, I don't remember what year it was, Limerick completed a study about salespeople. Less than 1/2% of people in America turn out to be great at sales, but everybody wants to be. So some are going to fail.
I've noticed that there's certain people that are natural salespeople. They have very good skill sets. They know how to pause, wait for the commitment. And I have no problem with the person finding out that, hey, he's not built for sales. He just isn't. Okay.
Right.
But for the people that are, and the people that want to grow, especially I'm thinking if you and I had to come into this business all over again, the environment I came in is not the environment that we have today.
And
it's not even close. So how would you, if you have a millennial watching this show, right? And I'm talking about a rookie who wants to come up from the ground up. What's your first solid recommendation for a rookie coming into our business, sees this show and says, hey, I'd like to try the financial services?
Partner with somebody that's been there. The one thing about the millennial versus myself, as you stated earlier, everything was pen, paper, notepad, calculators, and don't forget your batteries.
Right.
Today it's technology, iPhone, iPads, multiple computers, everything's online, over the phone. But even in that, it's important to who you're partnered with. Are they going to keep you going in the right direction? Do they have the expertise to help you through those things? We have call centers we work with for those that want to do that. So I would tell you the most important thing, it's who am I partnered with? Who's going to mentor me through this process. If you're a millennial, you're going to want to use technology. It won't do you any good if you partner with somebody that doesn't use technology, and we do both.
Wow. Well, listen, don't forget to watch our next segment on the referral, part 5 in our series on the 5-step process for successful recruiting. And keep in mind, before moving forward with any of the ideas on our show, always check with your tax consultant, legal counsel, or compliance officer. And don't forget to subscribe to my consumer show, Steve Savant's Money, the Name of the Game, where you can post daily content on your website, social media accounts, and your database distribution. I'm Steve Savant. Thanks for watching.